Madam Speaker, to my favorite topic, 3 years judgment. So many honorable members have asked the question, why 3 years judgment? And who cares about it? But this answer is simple, honorable members. I don't think any coalition member, or party for that matter, had the moral guts to question 3 years. Rather, APRC and GDC really can stand and say, look, let's go in for 5 years. Because the Constitution really mandated our president for a term of 5 years. Nobody's doubting that. But the issue of 3 years is the making of this government. And they must face it. They like it or not, they must face it. I stood here a few months ago, I said, come December, Gambians are going to take to the streets. Even if government gave a blind eye to it, it must happen, and it happened. This is the reality. Governments must deal with realities. This cannot just put such realities on the brush them under the carpet. It would not work. It will not work. Protest within the ambit of the law is in order. That is why December 16, Gambians came out and took to the streets. Madam Speaker, what is the problem of those who do not share the view of the people like us who share the view of 3 years? That the president should be held accountable on his own words. Let us forget about the coalition MOU. Yes, that's an MOU. And they can deny that. It's on record. But can we put that aside if we are holding President Adama Barrow accountable on his own words? When he was
point of observation. Point of
at the IEC, he has a manifesto.
Point of order, Madam
President
Speaker.
Adama Barrow presented a manifesto.
What's your authority? Just a second. What's
Point
your
of
authority?
order.
Order or observation?
Order.
Order. Okay. Let me have.
That's fine.
Honorable Speaker, may I refer this House to Standing Order 29, subsection 6. Clause. It says, may I read, Ma? The name of the President of the Republic of the Gambia shall not be used to influence the Assembly. Thank you.
Madam Speaker, the President's name can be mentioned in these chambers because he has a right to come to these chambers. President Adama Barrow,
Point of order, Madam Speaker. We need to respect our laws.
What the section says, or the clause says, that the name of the President
Yes.
of the Republic of the Gambia shall not be used to influence the Assembly.
Yes.
Yes.
And that's what he is doing.
No, I think the operative word is don't use the name of the President to influence the Assembly.
That's what
you
he is
can
doing.
make your statement, contribute to the debate, but don't use it to influence the Assembly.
But that's what he is doing, Madam Speaker.
Speaker, I think some members need to look at their standing order properly. I am in order. Our president, the president I have voted for in his own political manifesto, told Gambians that he was going to lead a transition government of 3 years. If you put the MOU aside, what is wrong for Gambians now to question him? It's not a matter of force. We are reminding the president that this is your promise. Do you respect it or not? If the president so wishes, let him not respect. 2021 elections are there. Electors, we will go back to the polls. That's not a problem. But gone are the days when politicians should be deceptive. Gone are the days when electors would have politicians put ropes around the electors' necks and pull them left and right and center. It is high time electors hold politicians accountable. Once we do that, we are fine. And Gambia has changed in 2016. Gambians have taken their rightful positions. They are going to question every politician, including ourselves as members of the National Assembly. Madam Speaker, the numbers that took to the streets on December 16 cannot be ignored by any serious government. Not possible. If you do, you are doing it at your own detriment. Madam Speaker, the government of the Gambia is petitioned. And it is important that the government be matured enough and treat the petition properly without being sentimental about it. I said it here a few months ago that we have a looming crisis. If government did not treat this thing seriously, we are going to get ourselves into problem. That's why people elected government, because they are responsible people. We accept them to take us out of crisis situations. So therefore, I'm calling on the Vice President and his entire team and the government to take this petition seriously and treat it with maturity, with no sentiment, to save this country.
Point of observation, ma.
Observation, if he has permission, please.
Well,
sorry, honorable member, I am not sorry.
Wait. Let's be in order.
Just a second.
I really want to go finish with my
No,
now.
both honorable members have to take it easy. You are raising a point of observation.
Yes.
The rules, just a second, the rules indicate that the honorable member on his feet will have to allow you to make your observation.
Yes, I'm not even talking about concerning about him. I just
Pardon?
I just have an observation different from his intervention.
Well, he has...
If he can allow me.
According to the rules, he has the authority to allow you
All right,
to make
Madam
your...
Speaker, let her go.
It's
Go
a
ahead.
different thing, just a second. It's a different thing if it is on a point of order. But if it is observation, he has to allow you. But I understand he's considered, so I think you can go.
Thank you very much, Ma. I think a few days back, Madam Speaker quoted in the standing order that members should not be allowed to take photographs in the plenary. So I saw somebody taking shootings of movies. That's why I just want to call your attention.
Okay. Who is that? Can you... Pardon? The clerk? They should...
Madam Speaker, thank you. Madam Speaker, I was going to say, this petition is a challenge for the government of the day. So they should not put it on the carpet. And history will judge them sooner or later, as previous governments have been judged. No doubt about that. This issue we have is one of moral issue. Yes, and there are some people who are saying moral and constitution, fine, I have no problem with that. But I know if our political candidates do not have good morals, we would not have been elected in. So therefore, moral and constitution really are two in one. You cannot separate them. So therefore, it is only befitting that the 3 years be listened to and the government to deal with it maturely. The 3 year is the invention of Barrow-led government, like I said earlier. So let them face it boldly.